Hello everyone. Today I bring you a quick theory about Otes, the character from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s who has now appeared in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. In theory, he was supposed to be the creator of dueling, a designer at Goha Enterprises, who became dissatisfied with the state of dueling and sought to restore its joy to children, choosing Yuga Ohdo to become the king of duels. Later, however, he reveals that he actually wanted to destroy dueling and had been manipulating Yuga all along. But this revelation creates several contradictions. Otes' motivations remain shrouded in mystery. It's difficult to determine what he is truly plotting. Additionally, we know that his Earth Damar, the creator, was responsible for shaping and creating the Velgarians. At the end of 7s, Otes was sent far into the past. If we assume that he created dueling during the Sengoku era, then he truly was the first creator of dueling. Furthermore, there seems to be a deep connection between him and Yuga by the end of 7s, with Yuga even developing an Otes suit. One important statement made by Otes stands out. He regrets using duels as a weapon of war. This suggests that he genuinely wants to return dueling to children, perhaps as an analogy for preventing its use in conflicts. If that's the case, then he must have known all along that he needed to follow this sequence of events in order to eventually travel through time alongside Yuga. The true origin of Otes. A multiversal perspective. Now, let me expand my theory. Otes is actually from another universe. In his original world, civilization was destroyed, and the only way to prevent that disaster was through the dueling system he had created. However, he ultimately failed to save his world. At some point, he used the relic to travel between universes and arrived in the 7's world. There, he noticed that this world was heading toward a similar fate as his own. However, he quickly saw society corrupt his vision of dueling, transforming it into Goha duels. This is where a paradox occurs. We know that the past directly influences the future, as hinted in an upcoming episode where Yuamu will send a message from the past to the future by writing to Osaka. This leads me to believe that Otes also found a manuscript from the Sengoku era, containing instructions that he was destined to follow. In this paradox, he manipulates Yuga into traveling through time with him. We know that Yudias was directly manipulated by Kuaidul, who had absorbed Otes' Earth Damar the Creator. I believe Yudias was created for a greater purpose, and that Otes' Earth Damar still holds an unknown plan. Let's pause for a moment. Where does the idea that Otes is from another universe come from? Kuaidul has already shown awareness of the multiverse, which leads me to believe that Otes also had this knowledge, or at the very least, his Earth Damar did. It's possible that the creator was separated from Otes many years ago, perhaps at the very moment when Otes entered this new universe. This separation could have been a consequence of his dimensional travel. Also, throughout 7s, Otes had a strange connection to legendary monsters, don't you think? Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Summoned Skull. Could this be another clue about his past? Furthermore, in the latest episode, Otes used Outerverse Monstersa, highly suspicious name, don't you think? So, who is Otes? I believe he is similar to Yudias Velgear in some way. It's possible that he created both Kuaidul and Yudias as reflections of himself. However, realizing that his time was running out, he turned to Kuaidul to ensure the continuity of his plan. How is Kuaidul continuing his plan? Here's another theory. The creator had already planned the time travel event that Yudias and his group recently experienced. Why? Because in that past, the creator still existed, meaning he could continue his plan from there. I believe his ultimate goal is to save the world from destruction through dueling, ensuring that people enjoy it again, rather than turning it into a tool of war, something that Kuaidul has witnessed happening across countless worlds. Or perhaps, Otes and the creator are actually enemies? Could it be that Otes is trying to stop his own Earth Damar, which may have developed its own will, focused on destruction? Another intriguing possibility. Was Yudias created as an avatar of destruction? If so, perhaps Kuaidul is pushing Yudias toward a darker path for a reason. This could set up a final confrontation between Yudias, representing destruction, Yuga, representing hope, potentially being Otes' good avatar. Could it be that this ultimate battle will decide the fate of dueling itself?